Hey guys, me Dave. It's 5/5/2021, May 5th. What is it? Wednesday night. So not a whole lot going on with targeting. So I'm going to talk about some other things tonight. They kind of blow my mind away. Um, uh, but as far as targeting goes, not much going on today. They kind of laid off me a little bit. I always get remote air monitoring and stuff like that, but I went for a ride today and I took Max out. Well, Max went for 2 rides today. He goes everywhere with me now. I wish I could take Tanner, but he's just too scared to ride in the truck and stuff. But so I mean, it's been a quiet day as far as targeting goes. So um, so check this out. This doesn't have to do with targeting, but all right. So I, I you know I used to be a training counselor um, at a at a um, at a foster home. Uh, I was a training counselor and all this stuff. I worked with a guy. This was back in. I left there in 2012. I left there. And we used to work with this guy. Everyone made a big deal about him. He was a nice guy and all this stuff. He was legally blind, but he could still kind of see and stuff. He seemed like an alright guy. We hung out a couple times, had a couple beers here and there, and all this stuff. Well, I seen him on the news tonight. I seen him on the news for sexual assault. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. So he's going to be going to prison, probably. If they have a trial and all this stuff, he's going to be going to prison. Probably. He threw his life away and all this stuff. I'm not going to go into his story, but I couldn't believe it. I used to work with the guy. He seemed alright. We had a few beers every night, here and there outside of work and all that stuff. And he seemed like a nice guy and all this stuff, but he was out there doing stuff that he wasn't supposed to be doing. So okay, so check this out. Okay, so now I thought, well, I'm gonna look him up on the jail roster, and he just got arrested yesterday and charged. Um, so I looked at the jail roster here where I am, and he wasn't in there. He was in Douglas County, Wisconsin, jail roster. So I'm looking through there, and I seen him in there, and he got arrested yesterday and all this stuff for sexual assault and all this stuff. Okay, so check this out. I couldn't believe it. So I'm flipping through the thing, looking at pictures and all this stuff. And guess what? I see my ex-boss. My ex-boss is in jail right now. From, I worked with her from 2007 until 2011. And she was younger than me, and she was a supervisor. Kind of shady, real shady. She always dated these guys that were like, drug addicts, and I could never understand that, because she was making like $20 an hour, and she would always date these grubby drug addict type guys and stuff, and she kind of hung around that crowd. So I don't know what she got arrested for, but it said that she was sentenced. So she's either getting sentenced in the county jail, or she's going to prison and got sentenced. I mean, she's this petite little blonde girl. I just couldn't believe it. She totally, now her life is gone. She owned a house and all this stuff. Everything's gone. I mean, everything's gone. Um, I haven't seen or talked to her in 10 years, but she screwed me over. She screwed me over at work when I left there. I gave a notice, and she was telling all kinds of lies about me and all this stuff. And I told the owners the truth, and stuff. She's a shady character, but she didn't seem like it. She's in jail. She's in jail right now, and she's being sentenced to either, maybe jail time, or she's going to prison. She's this petite little, probably 105 pounds girl, 37 years old, and I just can't see her doing very well in jail or prison or something. I don't know what she did. It didn't have the charges listed, but I had to put my readers on. Because I'm like, is that Wendy? I had to put my readers on. Sure enough, it was her. She had a different last name because she was married. She's been married since, but sure enough, she's in jail right now. She's been in there for a couple months and she got sentenced and all this stuff. I can't believe it. I used to work with these people and they seemed on the up and up and all this stuff. You really question your judgment on people because you think these people are good people, and they're not. They're not good people. They're fooling everyone. They're fooling society. I mean, they're I don't know if they're psychopaths, but they're people who fool society to gain success, and stuff in society, and they buy a house and they buy a car and they buy all these things, and it's a total front, when they're the bad people. They're the bad people, kind of like our attackers. They're floating their way through society, but they are very bad people, sexually assaulting us, torturing us, doing behavioral control and all this stuff to us, harassing us and all this stuff. Now, there's two examples of bad people in this catching up with them. It always catches up with them. If they're out there conning people and taking advantage of people and all this stuff, it will catch up with you sooner or later. It doesn't matter if it's 10 years ago or whatever. It will catch up with you. Not you, but it will catch up with them sooner or later. So I'm just blown away right now. I'm just like, wow, they're getting all kinds of reactions out of me because I never would have suspected these people to go to jail or go to prison, but they screw up and they take advantage of people because they think they can, and eventually it catches up with them, so anyway, don't do anything bad, you guys, I swear to God. It's like, oh, it's terrible, so there's two people that I know when I used to work with that are going to jail or prison, and stuff, and it's unreal. It's just like these guys that are torturing us. It's gonna catch up with them sooner or later. It will. It always does. It always does. It always catches up with them sooner or later. Whether they think so or not. It could be 10 years from now. It could be 5 years from now or whatever. It'll catch up with them. So anyway, I just thought I would share that. Not much going on with me. Had an alright day. Took Max out, went for a ride, washed my truck. I went out and washed my truck. I was bored. I didn't want to spend the money. It wasn't that dirty. But I was like, oh, come on, Max, let's go wash my truck. And, we went and washed my truck and stuff. But other than that, not much going on with me. So I just thought I would share that stuff with you guys because I'm kind of blown away right now. Two people I know, I used to like. I hung around. I had a few beers with both those people, and they take advantage of people, and they got caught finally. People finally get caught. So anyway, I'm gonna cut this off. So you guys have a good night. I hope you have a good night, and I guess I will talk to you guys later.